So Resident Evil 5 is rumored to be in the works. Of course, I don't like believing in rumors, but let's be honest, this one is pretty obvious that will happen, especially if you've played the Separate Ways DLC in Resident Evil 4 Remake. So today I wanted to revisit Resident Evil 5 and share some tips and some great things that you probably missed if you haven't played the original Resident Evil 5. So let me start by saying this game heavily relies upon you playing with another person. If you play with an AI, you will have the worst time of your life.
Stop this! Jill, answer me!
Please, AI, please. Look at this bot! Look at him! Look at this bot! Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Why are you like this, Chris?
Trust me, if you're thinking about revisiting Resident Evil 5, play it with a friend or, you know, someone that you know or family member. Heck, you can even use this comment section if you guys want to, you know, play this game together. But yeah, so one of the main things I wanted to go over is the aspect of co-op. And of course, as a co-op game, you end up using twice as many resources as you would if you were playing, you know, by yourself. So one of the main things that I liked doing when I was a child playing this game, I kept running out of ammo, right? Because playing professional difficulty can be really tough. So one of the things that you can do is select chapter, you know, start the 2-1 chapter, which is this is the chapter 2-1, and just it starts you in this warehouse full of stuff. So run around, grab some things, and there's also a gun here that you can get. By the way, these guns are for one player only, but you can repeat these chapters. And then we end up going up these ladders, and there's a treasure chest here. There's also a medallion, but we don't care about that. Got some more money, and after we're done, we're gonna hit quit, overwrite your inventory, and voila, you have items again. And you can restart the chapter by going to the chapter select here, and yeah, you can just constantly repeat this over and over. You can sell that gun that you grabbed, and you get infinite money and infinite ammo. This is a pretty good thing to do. If you're thinking about playing with a co-op partner, you are probably playing professional, which is like the hardest difficulty, and trust me, it's super hard in this game. Like, you get one hit. Like, if you're not next to each other, you die. Like, seriously, that's how it works. I hope when they go back and remake this game, I hope they redo the AI system and make it actually possible to be played solo. I think it's gonna be a challenge for Capcom, making this game truly shine in what it's good for, and that is being a co-op game. Also, in case you were wondering how I have infinite ammo, you have to upgrade a weapon fully to unlock infinite ammo, so it's like super easy to unlock infinite ammo in this game, which is another thing that I know you guys like. I know the cat ears thing didn't go down well with some of you. I personally like having to work for unlimited ammo, but that's just me. That's just how I am.
Come on!
So another thing I would like to add to my wish list of things that I want in RE5 Remake is the DLC. I don't care if I have to pay extra for it. I don't care if it comes on the disc. I want this to be in the game. I will pay any money. And that is especially because I love the Lost in Nightmares mode. I mean, I like the Mercenaries as well, but the Lost in Nightmares mode is one of the highlights of Resident Evil 5. And I feel like not many people give it as much credit as it deserves. You can play as Jill or Chris. It's a really great callback to the original Resident Evil 1, in which you play as Jill or Chris. And you can play it online with a friend, and it's a much more slow-paced experience than the base game of Resident Evil 5. And also, look at this cool Easter egg. You can go into fixed camera angle mode if you interact with the door a couple of times, and it's absolutely one of my favorite Easter eggs in any game ever. So I hope that comes back. Look at this. I mean, how cool is this?
We've
They fixed
encountered
camera
some
angles in
portals,
Resident Evil
possibly
5.
Spencer's bodyguards.
That is
From what I can
awesome.
see, they appear to have been killed by unconventional means.
I don't care too much if they don't add Desperate Escape, to be honest. I was never a fan of it. In fact, I think it's by far one of the worst things Capcom's ever done in terms of gameplay. But back then, I guess, my guess is that they put this in for the action shooter fans. Since Lost in Nightmares is pretty much the horror DLC, right? They probably put this in for the ones who don't like horror and prefer more action. So I don't mind it if it's not in the remake, but I also don't mind if it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, as you can see here, Professional is kind of busted. So hopefully they manage to balance that out a little bit as well in the remake. I guess I'll add that to my wish list as well. I want a Professional difficulty that isn't insanely unbalanced. So they put this there for the action fans. If you like, running around shooting things, it's pretty much an extended Mike section. So Mike from RE4. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. It's chapter 15, I think it is. Lastly, we spoke about the co-op experience in Resident Evil 5 and how that needs to be a good thing. But of course, the bonus game modes. I talked briefly about that, about, the DLCs, Lost in Nightmare and Desperate Escape. Those would be nice to have, but I completely understand if they don't include them right away. But one of my favorite things in Resident Evil 5, the original game, was the mercenaries. So if we do indeed get an RE5 remake, I think, like I said before, Capcom needs to focus on the strengths of this game. And that was the co-op experience, making it possible to play with a friend or anyone in the world, have a seamless co-op experience, but also balance the game in a way that can be played by yourself and hopefully get a good mercenaries mode. As you can see here on my gameplay, I'm playing the Mercenaries Reunion, which was part of the Gold Edition, or, the DLC. And this was one of the things that I've sunk so many hours into as a kid. And I think if Capcom decides to remake RE5, it is essential that they manage to capitalize on the strengths of this game. And that was, the bonus modes and the co-op experience. Of course, the gameplay probably won't be the same as the original. In the original, you could quick inventory and reload your weapons that way, and it was really good if you were fast at doing that. So you could get some crazy scores. People got millions of score in the original Resident Evil 5. So there's a huge chance they can invest into the mercenaries mode, even monetize it, make it so certain skins from other games are put into the game or other characters, or have it be a 1 year thing where they support the game for a year with, content. And there's a huge amount of things they can do with this game. It was structured in a way where all of that stuff could have been done at the time, but unfortunately in 2008, no one really knew what online gaming was gonna end up being about. So they focused more on the single player sort of, story mode things. So it's a miracle that we even managed to get a really good co-op mode with the mercenaries in RE5. So yeah, that's what I think. All the things that I want in Resident Evil 5 Remake: a really good co-op, an impressive amount of content. I know it's asking a lot, but Lost in Nightmares and Desperate Escape would be amazing. But I can understand if that takes a little bit to make, post-launch. But launching the game with a good single player and co-op experience is absolutely a must, I think, for a remake of this game. And, having the mercenaries. The mercenaries is amazing, but back in the day, it sucked if you didn't have a friend. It absolutely sucked. You could never even get half of the points you would get with a friend, So I think they really need to invest in making it a good co-op experience. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.